Sean, I think you wanted to say something about Hangar 18.
I did.
Wait,
oh my gosh.
Try that again. Try that again.
I edited that. Sorry for that. Ready? Go.
Sean, I think you wanted to say something about Hangar 18.
No, I didn't.
Didn't go the way I
Start
planned.
one more time.
This is so weird. Like, you're in charge, but I'm the director. It's
Yeah,
like
you're
a conflict of interest here.
All right, you guys want to talk about Hangar 18?
Oh,
So,
say it again.
hey guys, you want to talk about Hangar 18?
Wait, put a pause in there.
Hey guys.
We'll let the
about
burps
that.
fade out.
Yeah. Fade away.
Right,
Fade
right.
away. Hey guys. Pause.
No, there's no pause.
Okay. Hey guys, you want to talk about Hangar 18?
I'm still laughing. You gotta have a silent spot for a nice cut
Can't
point.
stop burping.
I know. Tell Ding Dong over here.
Ding dong. What's his name?
Ding Dong McGee.
Actually, this is a good point to stop down. Go ahead and stop down.
Okay. Hey, welcome to the Conspiracy Kings. This is our first official episode, kinda, if this works. We're here tonight to talk about Area 51, and we're excited about it. I know a lot about it. These guys, not so much, but we're gonna work this out. It's me, Bodie McBoatface. It's Stanley.
Spelled with a CH?
With a CH, yes. And
They can vote for it.
we're going to vote for Senior Ola over there as well.
Something like themed surf or
Surf themes. We would really like that. But yeah, so let's get into it. We're going to talk about let's get into Area 51 first. It was built in 1955.
Why wasn't it Area 55?
I don't know. Actually, I did hear somewhere that it was built in 51. I read that somewhere, but that's why it was called 51. But I don't know. I think it's crap.
There are many areas.
There are. What were some of the areas?
Area 25.
What was that called?
Shitter's Creek.
Is it really? Was it really called
Actually,
that?
I'll
Can you look it up,
do that
please?
research real quick.
I think that's a TV show. Is it not?
I have to go back.
We already went past our parental rating and we're
think
only
it-
1 minute into this.
So long, YouTube.
Actually, it's called Jackass Flats. I was very close.
So close.
Very close.
Hang on, I need some more tea.
Jackass Flats. Area 25.
Completely right.
Area
I don't
25.
know where I got that picture
Jackass
from,
Flats.
but it's completely right.
Completely right. I have
The point
seen
being
that.
is that there are
You found
many
it.
areas,
there are many areas.
right?
This,
There's Frenchman Flat.
yeah.
Astronaut training is Area 20.
Interesting.
Also known as the Pahute Mesa.
You did what?
Exactly. Area 12 is the Rainier Mesa.
Oh,
I could
very
go on,
French.
but I don't want to,
You could go on forever. So yeah, but
What area are we in?
we are in the bunker. We call it the Conspiracy Kings bunker, and
It's the 616 universe.
it is in this universe.
616.
Senior Olaf drinks a lot.
That's my birthday.
Is it really?
No.
You were born in 616. You're a Renaissance man. I know the Renaissance was over by then. But yeah, so it was built. They say it was built for a U-2 spy plane because after obviously World War II, Americans and the Soviets and some of the English went in there and stole a bunch of, or kidnapped, or whatever you want to call it, assimilated German scientists. And they think that that's where all of our spycraft came from, what they call overhead spycraft.
I knew that Bono was up to something.
Yeah, I know. I
Just
know.
waiting for you two joke.
I know. That, it's funny because if you go out there, the streets have no name.
Chowder.
In the name of love, can you continue with your story?
Yes, sir. But the funny thing is that nobody knew it existed until 2013. It was always suspected to be there, but the CIA did not confirm its existence till 2013. Now that's a piece of brain gum. Chew on that for a while.
Yeah, I feel much smarter now.
Do you? A little bit? But there are some people say that Area 51 was built to reverse engineer one or many crashed UFO crafts.
Who are some that say that?
But, well, I'm going to get into that, sir.
Sorry.
Some jump ahead.
My bad. This is going to be a burping podcast.
Yes, sir.
It'll be more than that.
So, do you guys know about the Roswell crash in 47?
Yeah, I was there.
A little bit.
You were there? Yeah, I believe it.
Men in Black, he like gave
Men in
him a
Black.
flower or something.
Yes.
He's like,
Kind of. So that happened, and of course the Air Force says, "No, guys, that was a weather balloon. That wasn't a UFO." Okay. And then years later, they're like, "No, well, it was actually it was a thing to detect Russian missile launches. And so, but a lot of people said that they saw bodies, they saw this, they saw that. And I don't know the logistics of it all, but they said that that was somehow moved to Wright-Patterson in Ohio, where Hangar 18, which is totally another podcast.
Next episode.
Maybe. And then somehow, I don't know the correlation between Roswell, Hangar 18, and then Area 51, but I'll get into that shortly. But ironically, after 47, but they found that crash craft, 6 months later, the Air Force breaks away from the Army officially, becomes its own armed force. And there was there was a special information act. God dang it, I wish I don't have it on me. But there were several things that happened a few months after that within the government for more secrecy. And then that's when Area 51 was built.
I mean, that's pretty huge that there's an armed forces that's created.
Some say, there's the whole Billy Mitchell thing. I don't know if you're familiar with World War II, and and that.
How does that correlate with U2's first album, though?
Which U2? What are you talking about? Which one? Like War or?
Yeah, probably.
War.
Yeah, War.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's very interesting.
That's what this show's all about: putting the pieces together.
It sure.
We're on the edge.
We
probably U2 jokes.
We probably picked up about 100,000 subscribers with the fact that we just attached U2
or two
to Area 51
or 2 subscribers
and Jackass Flats.
So I already. Have you guys ever seen the photos of the Roswell crash of like the military showing this? This was the it would look like a birthday balloon, foil birthday balloon on the ground. Yeah, it's
very uneventful,
very laughable, very laughable. But I know a guy named Thomas Jones, and he was there as a kid, and he knew. No. Tommy.
It sounds like a real name.
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Okay. He's
That went over your head like a UFO.
It's got me on the edge.
Okay, Joke Repeater.
Joke Repeater. That's his name. So if you just want to vote in the comments, Joke Repeater.
That's what I'm here for.
So, let's get into Mr. BL, Bob Lazar. What do you guys know about him? Or you want me to tell you about him?
I know Bob Lozano.
The Bob Lazar.
Nobody knows who that is.
He's the guy in Dania, Florida.
He used to steal street signs.
He stole a newspaper.
The Tatler?
Is that Tatler?
I think he used to work with your dad, didn't he?
You know more about this than I do.
But I don't think that's who you're talking about.
You're talking about Johnny McRib?
Bob Lozano.
I know the name. I don't know.
Lazar. Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar. Yeah, back to Bob Lazar. Wake up, computer. So, this was a guy that he was... All right, I'm going to go to what he says. He was an engineer. He went to MIT. He worked at Los Alamos. He was approached by the government to come work out in Area 51. Apparently did, and he witnessed 9 spacecraft there. He touched one. No seamless spacecraft. There were no... You know, like automobiles or aircraft, there's always like riveted seams or things like that. This was something that what they now, because now we have like 3D printers. It was like, now he says that it was like it was 3D printed. It was just very bizarre technology.
Seamless, like you said.
Yes. And he said they called him in. The reason why they called him in is because they found out. Well, he had a degree from MIT, and he actually had a Honda with a jet engine installed in it that he would drive around town in. True, it's confirmed. True story.
Like what you see on the dragsters, like a real experimental.
No, not a drag, like a jet engine. Yeah, not a JATO, but like I've seen pictures of it. It's interesting.
Pretty cool.
So that's for real.
I had a joke, but I'm not going to say it.
Go for it.
Nah.
Is it dirty? We can bleep it out.
Well, no, we won't go there.
Because I want to.
I said I would keep this.
Okay.
PG.
Just stare at the camera and we'll put a bleep in post.
So he states that he was recruited to work there. He worked at a certain portion called S4. Excuse me. And where was I? And he definitely experienced alien aircraft there. What are your thoughts on that?
Did he see one?
He saw 9. He touched 1. And he said they were different shapes. Which I could kind of bleed into. Have you guys ever seen the Tic Tac videos of the Navy and all that? He
Did
said
you
they're
say
very
tic-tac?
because they're shaped like a tic tac.
Okay.
But-
Because
and-
there's TikTok.
There is
and I
Tik-
didn't
it is
know if
not
you
I don't
were
think there's any such thing.
mispronouncing.
Well, we're not going to get into that.
I know.
Okay.
I think the whole thing's a farce.
Yeah, Mr. Jump
This
in.
entire episode. This point.
It's not even real.
It's he's real, and I've watched some things on him. He's pretty convincing. I mean, his story for the past 30 years is super consistent. Never ever has deviated from anything that he said. So either he's a wonderful pathological liar, or what he saw.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue. I mean, do you trust the commander that saw the Tic Tac video over? I think it was either East Coast or San Diego. I can't, because there's been several, but I can't really call a Navy pilot, a commander in the U.S. Navy, a liar.
Could be Uncle Rico.
And they have video evidence. No, football. That's a football. No,
Right.
it was a
Mountains.
Tic Tac. It was a Tic Tac. Uncle Rico did
see
not
the
throw a
mountains
Tic
over
Tac.
there?
We need a glossary for people who are watching this. They'll need to watch Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite.
They'll need to know YouTube.
You need to stock
Pretty
up
well.
on your YouTube
Yeah.
music.
YouTube?
Did you say YouTube?
Yeah, I
No,
thought you
YouTube.
said YouTube.
I said YouTube.
So I saw
We
something.
can rewind it and check.
Okay.
I haven't been drinking.
I saw something recently where there was somebody saying that just look back to Bob Lazar, and that the new footage that has come out that the Navy has seen and they've published and they make it.
There's the
very
gimbal and there's
transparent.
the Tic Tac that I know of. There's at
Some of
least
that
two
stuff
bizarre.
is crazy though. Like you've
You
seen the
use-
footage where you see the object just go.
Gravity
Yeah.
propulsion.
It's interesting.
Is that where you're going?
I mean, I can
Yes. Do it.
The element, is that where you're that
Element
that's
115. That's yes. I
there's
meant
like
to bring that
a
up.
gravity thing. But what they were saying is that there was one naval person, a seaman, who's talking. How old are we?
Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The semen.
It's really just the fleet. They use the word fleet. There's a fleet of them. They
Oh,
could
yeah,
see,
yeah.
There's actual footage where you can see multiples, and they're saying, look back to Bob Lazar.
Mm-hmm.
There was a fleet. He saw 9. That was his story from, 1980s?
It was mid to late 80s.
And now we're hearing about this. There's a fleet.
Yeah, because there was like one, whether it was the gimbal or the Tic Tac, and then in the distance they saw
Do they typically the sightings happen in very specific places?
East Coast,
Like
West
very
Coast.
common?
Yeah, apparently it happens all the time. The Navy has all kinds of reports about it. The Navy's known about it.
Bermuda Triangle?
No, nothing like that.
So what do you think it is?
Well, let me get into something else first.
Sorry, I jumped your notes again.
You did, dude.
Just trying to
Trying to
get
get the show.
good.
Trying to end the show.
That's all the time we have for today.
And we'll be back next week with an episode on
All right.
Jackass Flats.
Well, let's like change gears a little bit.
Is there room in the budget for us to go to Jackass Flats?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go a little bit sideways here.
You might not be in the shot. You might need to land a little bit.
I'm
There
in
you
the
go.
shot. I've actually been to Area 51. Well, not inside. I've been to the perimeter Area 51. Me and my buddy was actually in the Air Force. Went there. We drove out there, and ironically, I got like a bad fever, and I slept in bed for 2 days and woke up with hangers all over my face in the hotel room.
That's a conspiracy.
It is.
The hanger people, they're for real.
The hanger.
18 hangers on my face.
Not 51.
Bunch of kids.
But I went out there, and I went to at the time there was not, the black mailbox was not there, but there was this weird shrine with mannequin heads, and it was there's this stillness out there. It's creepy. I mean, I almost want to say it was a spiritual moment, because
Seems like a desert.
well, it seems. I mean, but I don't like ice cream, so I was like, no, it didn't really. Oh, desert. Oh, I think all right, but it was weird, because you ever been in like a haunted house or something to where you start to get the vibe of what's going, because your mind starts to.
You're on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you kind of get freaked out in a haunted house, or like when you hear something spooky in your house, like there's somebody freaking in my house. Mm-hmm. And when you're out there, you get that stillness, and it's weird, and it's flat, and all kinds of weird things to see out there. You're like, I think I kind of buy this. I think there are aliens here. They're watching me right now. But it's interesting though. We went up to, I think it's called the front gate, but it kind of looks like the back gate. We drive 14 miles down this road. It's in the mountains, and you take a right. Sure enough, you get to the edge there, and everything you ever read about the camo dudes or the camo guys up there on the ridge with a truck looking at you, watching you the whole time. And I was like, I want to take a picture so bad. And my buddy was like, I'm retiring in 3 months. Don't take a picture. And he goes, I want my pension. So, but it was a lot of fun. I mean, for me, I mean, I love that crap. You know, I mean, I 90s, I loved X-Files. I love all that stuff. I eat that crap up. Yeah, I mean, do I believe it? I don't know. We'll get into that. But let's switch gears and let's go into movies that have Area 51. No. All right, I'm going to give you some.
Okay.
Independence Day. You remember that?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He's got the dreadlocks and the
Yeah, and Data from Star Trek.
Yeah.
It's the Martin Lawrence movie, right?
Welcome to Earth.
He's like punches him,
Welcome to
right?
Earth.
Yeah.
Martin!
You had to mess up my barbecue.
So, is that what you think Area 51's like? Yeah, we get it.
Okay, so what
I was still thinking of the movie. Who was in it? Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah,
Right? Or is that Jurassic Park?
If we give them
Dino dropping.
calls, we give the
Bill
aliens
Pullman?
a calls.
Bill Pullman.
The
Bill
great
Pullman,
Bill
the president.
Vivica A. Fox.
You're right. She was the exotic dancer, as they say.
Michael J. Fox.
He was not an exotic dancer. He was very shaky.
That was,
he tried out, but it was very
that was
shaky
the
for a
other
while.
That's the other movie.
Which one?
Is that Back to the Future?
That's called Not
Which
So
reminds
Independence
me-
Day.
There's an album.
Can we do an episode on Back to the Future?
Yes.
Yeah.
But seriously, Not So Independence Day. You missed my joke, because never mind.
There's an album, believe it or not.
Just like pretend like this is a stopping point and then start over and explain the joke for us.
You want to talk about the album Back
No.
to the Future?
Go.
Well, it was a joke about...
It's a guy in church who plays the flute.
Flucher.
He has an album called Back to the Future.
He was ahead
It
of his
really
time.
exists. I'll bring it in the next episode.
Anyway, never
This
mind.
is
It was just
not
such a bad
making
joke
it in.
about... It was so bad about Michael J. Fox, because he got Parkinson's and he can't be alone, so it's called Not So Independence Day.
No. You need to watch a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode
I am not
with
promoting
Larry
this on
David
my
and Michael
social
J.
media.
Fox.
No.
Where he does something and Larry doesn't know if he's mad.
I remember.
And then he asks everybody, he goes, is he pissed or is it Parkinson's?
No, is it okay to make fun of somebody if he makes fun of himself?
Michael J. Fox does.
I know, that's why...
The
that's the question.
entire episode was making fun of
I
us.
know, and he... Because, you remember when he had his TV show, he was like, I'm really good at pouring Parmesan.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun.
I think we're okay.
Yeah.
I
we
love
mean
the
it
dude.
with a good
I love
heart.
he's persevered.
It's a good heart. He's a good
I'm
heart.
back in the shot. So yeah, that was movie one. That was a good little tangent.
Men in Black.
Men in Black. Was that... There was never an Area 51 in that.
That was
though,
Will
was
Smith. I thought it was the same movie.
it? Welcome to Earth again.
Martin? I don't know that Area 51's in the movie at all.
It is not.
In Men in Black?
It is not.
Where are they? Oh, they're like in New York.
Well, it could have been part of the Roswell thing.
TV
which
show called
kinda-
Roswell.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I've never seen it. I hate those types of shows. It was kind of like 90210 with aliens. Is that basically what it was?
It is, yeah.
Paul.
Paul
haven't
movie.
seen it.
Funny movie.
I love all those movies.
Simon
though.
Pegg.
Simon
Yeah.
Pegg, Nick Frost.
Nick Frost.
Jason Bateman.
Seth Rogen.
What's her
As
name?
the alien, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Kristen Wiig.
Very funny.
Yeah, and what was the
I
other
really
guy that
like
worked
Seth
with
Rogen.
Jason Bateman? There was another guy. Oh, Bill Hader.
Bill Hader's in it?
Yeah, he was. I
Was he
think
doing
was he not?
impressions?
He was the other FBI or
Bill
CIA
Hader.
guy. That was with Jason Bateman, right?
See the movie with Bateman with the claws.
Oh yeah.
Trying to change subjects.
That was with Thunder Force.
Thunder Force on
Good movie.
Netflix.
Check it out,
I'll have
dude.
to check it out.
It's just for Jason Bateman. Don't watch anything else in the movie. It's predictable and unamusing.
Very funny.
Yes, because
We tried
he's
it.
called the Crab,
Yeah.
and so whenever the good guys get there, he tries to escape. So he does what a crab does. He's like,
You walk sideways through a room. It's great. It's great.
that's part of the movie right there.
Oh, I love it. So what do you got?
I've got a beginning of
Indiana Jones.
yeah, Crystal Skull.
I know. I just read your notes.
yeah.
Don't read my notes, man. Don't cheat.
Cheater!
I took 10 minutes to do this research.
Think about how little time we took. Oh, let's laugh.
Altoid.
No.
Yes, please.
I can't mix up with this.
If somebody offers you a breath mint, it's probably because you need it.
I have no breath drinking this stuff.
I had COVID.
It's
I
like
still can't smell.
gasoline.
All right. So, what did you think about that? That, I think, was the closest
Is
rendition
that
of
the
Area
Crystal
51.
Skull one?
Yeah. In the beginning.
Paul?
Not a very good movie.
No.
Or Crystal? Okay.
That's what I've always imagined was there was like, well,
Just all the
I love that part. Yeah, where everything was
boxes of
stored
just
in there.
aisles and
That was
aisles
food.
of.
You ever tossed a midget?
It's a little person, sir. It's called a little person.
I've never done it. I don't think I'd ever do it.
No, you shouldn't. It used to be a thing where we grew up in Fort Lauderdale.
And our donuts.
In our
Which
donuts.
isn't that-
You know what? Do you ever hear that our donut story?
No.
Well, do you remember our donuts?
No.
Too young.
Well, in Fort Lauderdale back in the 80s, there was a place on
US
1 called Our Donuts. It was a topless donut shop. So I told my daughters that. I was like, hey, back when I grew up, there was a topless donut shop. And they said, why would anybody want just the bottoms of a donut? The top is the best part. And I just was like,
They were right.
I'm like, you're right. You're right. And I went, yeah, and I wanted to say, you didn't ask for cream in your coffee.
Fleet.
So cows are washing your cars?
Yeah. What?
I don't know. That
So yeah, that
we
I
follow
thought
a
that
very
was,
particular regiment on this show.
yeah. I thought this was. I thought that was a great rendition of Area 51. It was deep. I mean, there were things in there like I loved it when they was like, oh, that's I know what that is. The arc.
Right.
like everything, there's aisles and it's categorized.
Yeah, and it made your
shows you all
mind
the-
go like, oh, what is in here? What is in here? You know, it's like you ever have that dream of like, if I'm ever the last person on Earth, I'm gonna find out who killed Kennedy. I'm going to frickin' Nevada. I'm going to Area 51. Like, I mean, where would you go? It's a great question.
Dunkin' Donuts.
It's like, why is my egg always cold when I
Thought
order
about
an
that-
egg,
about
and
that donut
cheese,
thing. What's
ham,
inside
egg and
there?
cheese bagel?
What's
Why
inside?
is it always cold?
What's inside that donut?
We can land on the moon, but we can't frickin' cook an egg and a bagel.
Sorry, Duncan. I don't think you'll be sponsoring the show.
No, it's just the one over on
Yeah, it is
Buford
one
Highway.
one particular Dunkin'.
Yeah, they're the worst.
Although they're universally the hash browns are terrible.
But I had one the other day on Friendship Road. Delicious.
Best coffee.
In the world?
In
Ever had?
Like, who do you like for coffee?
I think it's called the Campfire Latte at Caribou Coffee. It's got marshmallow melt on top.
that is really
It's
good, actually.
delicious. It's probably
That's
my
really good
favorite.
for you.
First time I had it was in Minneapolis.
I like those cold foam. Iced lattes at Dunkin'. Pretty
I bet
good.
you do.
Yeah. See, man.
When I used to drink, there was a green bean. So they used a green bean to do. It's true story. True story. True story. Yeah,
Sounds like a good
their
place.
coffee beans are green, and
Yeah.
and they I think they're is it blonde? Is that what they call
Yeah,
it?
blonde. They say it was just stronger.
Yeah,
It's a stronger bean.
It was pretty
Mr.
good.
Bean.
Cold, cold pressed.
All right, I have a question. If Sean Connery was in Crystal Skull, what would he have sounded like inside Area 51?
There's aliens. Oh, you don't say.
It's just the last
The dog was named Indy.
The dog was an alien.
This whole time I was shitting in a
Welcome
chair.
to the Rock. I was shitting in a chair.
He swishes. He swishes when he talks.
This is
There's
how
a
we.
I'll take anal bum covers for 100.
This is
That's
how we
an
crap
album.
our pants in Austria. I just sounded like Walter Matthau.
Hey, Gustafson,
Eat my shorts.
eat my shorts.
Who was
Nobody's going to watch this.
No.
We
No,
will.
I'm gonna watch it.
It'll be three
it's
more
gonna be great.
subscribers.
All right. So let's get into.
Is that the end of the list of the movies?
No, what do you got? You got any more?
Well, Area 51.
Oh, you're gonna talk about the movie,
There's a movie called Area 51.
the Bob Lazar story, or whatever it was.
That
you know,
would
with Mickey
seem
Rourke.
so appropriate to have watched before we actually sat down.
I
here.
watched the first 10 minutes.
Oh,
And
not that good.
I wanted it to be good. It just kind of lost me. I don't know. I just think it was just underproduced, and I want to. I'm gonna go back and watch it again because it's like
You want to believe?
I want to believe.
Fox Mulder.
That's one.
Speaking of TV shows in Area 51,
Fox Mulder. Yeah.
did they ever visit there in that show?
What
was that?
That was a little creepy.
Talk about
The
aliens.
bunker's haunted.
I can't answer that. I don't think so.
You talking about Fox and Mulder?
Yeah, X-Files.
I don't know, but when I was living in
Wait,
California,
no, it's
I
Fox
did
and
see.
Scully.
I'm drinking now.
Who
Who was the boss? Who was the boss?
Skinner.
Skinner. I saw
Principal
Skinner.
Skinner.
I saw Skinner at Ralph's.
Yeah.
I went shopping
Hey,
at Ralph's.
Bart.
I saw Skinner at Ralph's.
Did you
The cartoon?
He was grocery shopping
wait, Ralph's?
at the same
Super,
day. Yeah,
Super Nintendo Chalmers.
in the same
That's
day.
impossible.
I'm shopping at Ralph's in Hollywood Hills.
Nobody's gonna get what we're saying.
I see
You'd
Justin
have to-
Bateman.
You'd have to watch.
No,
all
this
of
is
The
all come
Simpsons.
together now. Now
Okay.
I believe.
No, I believe.
I'm at a Ralph's. I first see Justine Bateman in the produce section.
Okay.
Jason Bateman, Justine Bateman,
Back
right?
in the day, she was a
It's
beautiful.
all
I don't know.
from-
She
Then I
was-
see Skinner.
sitcoms back in the 80s.
And then I see Skinner on the way out.
the guy who AD Skinner, assistant director Skinner of the FBI,
which he was in
Full
Supernatural.
circle. Full circle.
didn't see that.
He
But
was-
he was Scully and Mulder's boss.
Yes.
Okay.
He was the one that smoked the cigarettes.
No,
I'm
that
kidding.
was a
I'm kidding.
smoking
I'm
man.
kidding. I'm kidding. I thought it was Cancer Man. Was that it's cigarette smoking man?
Either one. They
There's some
gave it.
midgets in there too.
Well, I'm sure there were.
Sure.
I'm sure there were.
There was
Little
a
people.
circus
Little
episode.
Yeah, they're little people, by the way.
I keep doing that.
I love the little people.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Guys.
Thanks for keeping it
Stand up.
politically correct.
Be strong. I see you over there.
Where were we?
You were talking about TV shows
Yeah.
or movies? You were all done with the movies?
Right.
No, if you got more, dude, lay it on me. I'm sure I've probably missed a bunch, but those were the top three off the top of my head. Top three.
Well, there's a...
Married with Children, I think, had an episode about Area 51.
I don't think so.
Bundy? You don't think Bundy?
No, I
Al
don't
Bundy?
think. Yeah. I don't think he
Well,
did.
he would be, I'm a shoe salesman, but he was actually going to Area
There you go.
51. In his...
It is said
Yes.
we go to Las Vegas quite a bit,
Yeah.
and we go to the Foundation Room
Oh yeah.
at the airport.
Do you know what those are called?
An airport?
No, the flights that go to Air
No, I
51.
don't know.
They're called the Janet flights.
Janet.
Yes, that's what they're called.
Why?
I didn't read into it. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's what they're called. That's
There's
what.
a private airport you can see from the top of Mandalay Bay, and all the planes are white with red
They're in
stripes.
their own special
And
partition
we were told
parking
that
lot.
they fly employees into.
Oh, they do. That's
Right?
confirmed. That is true.
Yeah.
There's. It's not like Gary who works at Area 51. Yeah, Gary. Let's go with
Gary, I'm
Gary.
sure there's a Gary
He's
there.
like driving to Rachel, Nevada, like sipping his coffee in his
Yeah.
like Buick. There's no way down the dirt road, and no, they fly him in every day or whatever their shifts
In and
are.
out. Yeah.
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 And they're called Janet flights. They're
Interesting.
unmarked Learjets of all sizes. In closing, in Area 51, do you think that something extraterrestrial is going on? Josh.
in the words of Fox Mulder, I want to believe. It sounds fun. It sounds interesting. I
I
just
agree.
need to see more evidence.
I agree. Beyond the Tic Tac and the gimbal?
Yeah, I mean, these are just things that are on video. That,
Unexplainable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
What,
I feel the same way. I want to believe, but I don't.
what would it take for you to believe? Like somebody coming down, take me to your leader.
Like something lands.
With,
And there's,
like-
there's
I
an
mean,
independent
just
film
something
crew.
that's public.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
But
Something
what, say if like the government came out and said, "Hey, we have these videos and they're real about about unidentified aerial
Well,
phenomenon."
I thought they already did that.
I know.
Okay.
That's my point.
Considering that I'm
That's my
having
point.
a hard time
More.
believing most of what they say,
More.
I don't know if I believe it.
Yeah. All right.
But
So, do you think Bob Lazar's legit? Do you think he
Lozana
smoked
has
crack?
bought a lot of properties.
No, Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar
I keep
believes.
going back there.
Do you think
Believes
he's
what he
legit?
believes.
Do you think he's legit?
I
Yeah,
think
he might-
Do you think he
might be.
worked there, and do you think he touched and worked on a gravity propulsion device on a UFO?
he's convincing. He's convincing.
He is convincing. I agree. I agree.
This bourbon's convincing.
Fair enough. Do you believe that there were aliens that crashed from Roswell, or do you think it was a Russian conspiracy with genetically modified Nazi children?
I don't think either that's true.
No. So you think Roswell
I'm not a
was a
believer.
UFO?
I don't. I think it's BS.
You think nothing happened in Roswell? You think it was? You think,
No, I
it
think
was,
it's a weather balloon.
You think it was a weather? I disagree.
really do.
I disagree.
It's just me right
But
now.
you know, let's talk about this more down the road.
Convince
but,
me. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Buy me some more bourbon.
I like it. I like it. Well, thanks. And thanks for joining us this week on the Conspiracy Kings Area 51.
Can't wait to see you again.
Hopefully, Volume 1. And I enjoyed this. It was great. This was our inaugural
Namaste.
episode. Namaste, whatever that means. And bring it, boys. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Area
Excelsior!
53.
Yeah. Good job, guys. Bye-bye. So they were trying to name a boat overseas, and so people could like boop 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 and type in and send it in, and everybody sent all these things in, but somebody sent in Bodie McBoatface, so it won. So there's a huge English ship out there with Bodie McBoatface across the bow.
They had to stick with it.
yeah, they stuck with it. They honored it. It was great. It's good stuff.
That's loyal.
Yeah. So I am not going to ask anybody to give me a name online. That was the moral of the story.
Yeah.